So, what is like I mean, I'm sure your answer to this is there is no typical day, but like for someone who has a role like yourself,
Hmm.
right, like what's the sort of day to day life of Alex kind of look like?
Okay, so it starts pretty early because I have a young child. So
Yeah.
I'm up early,
No sleeping in.
no sleeping in, and but essentially I've like figured out where I'm going to go to the islands, kind of like ideally weeks before, months before, but because as the project work comes in, I start making arrangements and narrow in, uh, and, and well, every day is a little bit different. The general nature of what they look like is that I've a couple days prior I've coordinated anywhere between four 4 to 10 volunteers.
Mhm.
We'll just go with the 4 volunteers because that's
Yeah.
just me involved driving the boat. And we're meeting at a boat ramp, and so I go pick up the nearest, leave my house, go find the nearest boat, get to the boat ramp, meet everybody between like 8:30 and 9, typically, um, and then we do a quick safety briefing, talk about the work project, and then we kind of head off to lands unknown. Um, we go visit between like 1 to 4 islands, and in that, we're oftentimes picking up marine debris. So like ghost gear that's washed up on shore. Sometimes campers leave behind trash, so we'll pack that out, which is unfortunate, but it's really not that common. Um, Most stuff is plastics that have washed up
Mm.
and rope that's washed up on shore. Um, and then there may be a tree down, like depending on the project, it would like look different every time. Yeah, we get out there, kind of unleash on the beach, um, and then somewhere around there have lunch. Folks might like swim. If you gotta have lunch on a ledge,
Yes.
is key, or like a nice, beautiful place to look out to. And then, yeah, depending on how much trash, I usually we'll load it in a boat and we'll get it back, and then we'll say goodbye back at the boat ramp, and I'll take the I'll take the trash and bring it to the nearest transfer station, dump, probably come to my house, deal with it when it kind of filters through when I have access to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then a part of that is also just like tracking. We track how much we're moving from islands, how many people were out there, both campers but also how many volunteers, and so that information we can share with the landowner of kind of by keeping your island open to the public and particularly to MITA members, like we're also like giving back to you as pulling this much marine debris and trash off.
Cool.
I feel like the other component too that you didn't mention is like the chainsaw and the
Oh yes.
loppers and the saws.
So the project work, if it's not marine debris, is oftentimes cutting like blowdowns, um, which is like the chainsaw is a really interesting tool. It's like I'm pretty passionate about like what it can do when it's used well, and it's also like pretty hazardous. So we
Yeah.
are like running a chainsaw often in like pretty remote environments,
Yeah.
which is a thing that has tracked throughout my career. But this is the water environment. There's a whole new level that goes with it. The island blow, like a lot of trails and campsites get island blowdowns frequently, which oftentimes looks like full root balls coming up, which presents its own challenge and complexity. But it's a really interesting puzzle. Um, and so that is very much like a key component of my role. And then we have some volunteers who are very skilled sawyers as well that we call in and we'll work together to pull down really complex hazard trees that are over campsites or where people are like, actively going to spend more than 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's been crazy to kind of see that puzzle and like watch your brains work and see like because it's not always just like one clear tree blow down where you have to like clear the trail and just like cut the section out and roll it off. it's like multiple big heavy trees kind of piled onto each other where like one is about to like fling up if you cut the other. So you have to be like really smart and strategic about when you cut and where. Which I've really enjoyed as a volunteer, being able to like watch that as somebody who doesn't operate a chainsaw, and just because normally I'm the one in the back like waiting for it to be cut to then roll off and clear out the area after you've cut. So yeah, it's definitely a unique experience to be out there and watching you all kind of clear the trail. It's fun.
Yeah, it's definitely, I'd say like the days are really fun. Like,
yeah,
it's a lot of like back end, front end stuff. But once we like press play, it's on, and like, yeah, days are happening. And
well, and it's like having that, like, you have this sort of balance of like, yes, there's plenty of time where you are doing the like, okay, I got to organize the logistics. I got to know where the projects are happening. I got to lay all that stuff out. And that's like the, the quote unquote office work component to it. But then being able to have that balance of like, I am able to be out. I'm able to also see the impact that like my work has on these places and stuff. I mean, that's like, it's such an enriching feeling when you're getting to like have that kind of moment fairly regularly in your job.
Totally, yeah, it's definitely enriching, and it's been fun. So my previous job, I was working for the U.S. Forest Service, and then a nonprofit doing trail work in the Western U.S. for that. And we were like would have saws on dirt bikes and would ride and cut to open trails that way. And so it's been fun to like change that up a little bit and have saws on boats and driving around and open trails that way. And it's kind of wild. Like it's how much you don't notice as a user when you like are just walking a trail and the trees are not in the way, and how much you notice as a user hiking a trail and the trees are biking a trail or showing up at a campsite on an island, and like there's so many trees I can't even put my tent, or it's just like
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.